Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Caitanya Caritāmrta class. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Jnana-timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Srī Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनः सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, we are continuing our discussion from Caitanya Caritāmrta Madhya lila. We are in chapter 19, which is entitled Lord Chaitanya Instructs Srila Rupa Goswami. In this chapter, we have heard Rup Sanatan Goswami prepared themselves to retire. Chapter begins by glorification of Rupa Goswami. वृंदावनीयां रसकेली वार्ता कालेन लुप्तं निज शक्ति मुक्तैः संचारे रूपे व्यतनोत् पुनः स प्रभुर्विधौ प्राकिवलोक सृष्टिम्. Just like Brahmaji was inspired and instructed by Lord in the beginning of the creation, Mahaprabhu instructed Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami, when he came to know that Mahaprabhu has left for Vrindavan, he also left to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, left his service. Sanatana Goswami continued to work, but he wanted to give up. He started reading Bhagavatam with the Brahmanas, not going to the palace for his services. Nawab Hussain Shah came to know, he became very angry, arrested Sanatana Goswami. Rupa Goswami, he wrote a letter to Sanatana that I am leaving. You also please come. I have kept some 10,000 gold coins with the local grocer. Use that. Rupa and Anupam, they meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Prayag, and they surrendered to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu made them meet with Vallabh Bhatta. Wonderful discussion happened between Vallabh Bhatta and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami. Then ultimately, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went back to so Vallabh Bhatta had taken Mahaprabhu to Adailagram, his village. Ultimately, he went back to Prayag. He started instructing Rupa Goswami. Meanwhile, before that, he met Raghupati Upadhyaya also. And Kaviraj Goswami describes the glories of Rup Sanatan from Kavi Kardapur's book, the qualities of Rup and Sanatan. Mahaprabhu starts instructing Rupa Goswami about the rarity of devotional service, the glory of Krishna Bhakta, how rare, how glorious this process of devotional service is. He describes the Bhakti Lata Bij, how it grows, reaches to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna in Goloka. There are two obstacles which we should avoid, the weeds and the offenses. The weeds are the desire for name, fame, prestige, desire for the things of the world, Putinati, Pratisthasha, Jiva Himsan, Puja Lava, Pratisthadi, Upashakhagan. And the offenses against the devotees, they are the great obstacles. They can destroy our Bhaktilata Beach. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described the pure devotional service. Wonderful definitions of Shuddha Bhakti is described. Madguna Shruti Matrena, Mai Sarva Bhashaye. He quotes from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Mahaprabhu gave the definition of Anya Vilashita Shunyam verse. How Bhakti and Mukti, they are the witches which steals our desire for Bhakti. And then ultimately we heard in the last class about the primary and secondary rasas. We discussed about Aishwarya, Mishra, Rati and Kevalarati. So we'll continue from verse number 211. Now, Srī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is describing the symptoms of the 5 rasas individually in great detail. What are the various qualities of these 5 types of ras? Shantarase Swarupa Buddhe Krishnaika Nishtata Samoman Nishtata Buddhe Iti Sri Mukhagatha. In the Shantarasa, one of the very important qualities, Krishnaika Nishtata. Krishnaika Nishtata means he is a devotee in Shantarasa, is fully attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishnaika Nishtata, or it is also called as Shamata, Shama. So Shamata means one is in the position of neutrality and is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. Samo man nishtata buddhi. So the Supreme Lord has himself described this Shant Rasa, and he described it as man nishtata buddhi, when one is attached to the lotus feet of the Lord. That is called as stage of Shamata. Shamo man nishtata buddhe iti Sri Bhagavad Vacha Tannistha Durghata Buddhe Etam Shantaratim Vina. He quotes, Mahaprabhu quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto. What is this Shamo? What is this Shantarati? He says, when one's intelligence is fully attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, to my lotus feet, Krishna is saying. But in this Shantarati, one does not render any practical devotional service. One is just attached to the lotus feet of the Lord. He is not rendering any practical devotional service. That is called as Shantarati. Krishna is himself saying, Tannishtha Durghata Buddhe. So this attachment without Shantarati, it is very difficult to achieve this attachment for Krishna's lotus feet. So it is not that Shantarati is okay, theek hai. No, it is the basis of further development of rasas. Without Shantarati, one cannot develop attachment to Krishna. So this devotee, Shanta Rasa, he is completely detached from the things of the world, from material desires, and he is attached to Krishna. That is Shanta Rasa. Samoman nishtata buddhe dama indriya samyama titiksha dukha sammarsho jihvopastha jayodriti. So previous verse was from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and now Mahaprabhu is quoting from Bhagavatam. So Shamo Mannishtata Buddhe iti Sri Bhagavad Vacha. So Krishna is saying, that is quoted by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Tan Nishtha Durghata Buddhe. Without this Nishtha, without this Shantarati, it is very difficult to achieve attachment for Krishna. And Krishna describes some more qualities of the Shanta Rasa devotee. So one is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna, Shamo Man Nishtata Buddhe. And then the next 3 qualities are very important for a practitioner. Dama, Indriya Samyama. Indriya Sanyam means one is completely controlled in senses, not deviated from the Lord's service, completely fixed in Krishna's lotus feet, not getting distracted by any of the material distractions. Titiksha, he is tolerant, he is able to endure all the unhappiness and happiness. And Jihva Upastha Jaya, he is able to conquer over the urges of the tongue and genitals. That is called as dhriti. Dhriti means endurance. Srila Prabhupada writes, the control of the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals, which are situated in one line, they are called as dhriti. Dhriti means tolerate. Tolerate these urges. Prabhupada quotes this Mahaprasadic prayers. Tar madhye jihva ati lobha maya sudurmati. Of all the various senses, the tongue is the most difficult to control. Tar madhye jihva ati. And sudurmati, it is very difficult to control the tongue. And unless one controls the tongue, it is very difficult to control the belly and genitals. Therefore, Krishna bada dayamoy, kori bare jihva jai. Krishna, out of his mercy, to conquer over this urges of the tongue, he has given Mahaprasad. Swaprasad anna dilo bhai. So unless one purifies the body by taking prasad only, it is very difficult to control the belly and genitals. Therefore, Sayyannamrit Pao Radha, Sayyannamrit Khao Radha Krishna Gunagao. We should try to eat only prasad and try to sing the glories of Radha and Krishna, always remembering the mercy of Srī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Preme Dako. Dako means call out to the mercy of Srī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So unless one controls these urges of the senses, Jihva upastha jayo dhritihi, it is very difficult to come to the stage of Shanta Rasa. Prabhupada writes, one can control the dictates of the senses when situated in the position of Shantaras. Then one's advancement in Krishna consciousness is assured. So Shantarasa, it is the basis of further development of Krishna consciousness. Of course, the Shantarasa, it is at the level of prema, it starts when one is situated in self-realized state. In that state of liberation, one can start experiencing various mellows of devotional service, beginning from Shantarasa. In this Shantarasa, there are few more characteristics. Krishna vina trishna tyag. Krishna vina trishna tyag. Krishna is not there. No other attachment for any other things of the world. A devotee at Shantarasa, he gives up all other desires which are not connected to Krishna. Krishna vina trishna tyag. No other desires. Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumam sharati nispriha nirmamo nirhankara sa shantim madhigacchati. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 71st verse. Vihaya kamanya sarvan. He gives up all their desires for sense gratification. And in this way, without any fear, without any material temptations, he can move around in the world. Pumam sharati nispriha. Because he has no attachment. Nirmama nirahankara. No attachment, no ego, no possessive mentality. Sashantim madhigacchati. Such a devotee is peaceful. And this devotee is only Krishna Bhakta. He is not interested in worshipping any other devata. So only a devotee of Krishna can be situated in this platform of Shantarasa. Not any other devotee. It is not possible for the devata, bhakta, worshipper of a devata to come to Shantarasa. Because only Krishna can give liberation. Only Krishna can give self-realization. No other devatas can give self-realization. Prabhupada writes, in this position, one is freed from material enjoyment. The attachment to things of the world is gone. Bhakti pareshanu bhavo virakti. He is completely detached. He's experiencing Krishna's presence in his life and he is practicing devotional service. And of course, this is the stage of Tasya Bhava, because in Shantarasa, service is not there. But the Shantarasa devotee is completely virakta. Prabhupada writes, when one is not agitated or disturbed, he can immediately realize his relationship with Krishna. When one is not agitated or disturbed, not disturbed by the material senses, not agitated by the urges of the mind, body, belly, tongue, this person can very easily develop his relation with the Lord. And the Shantarasa Bhakta, he is always a self-realized soul. Swarga Moksha Krishna Bhakta Naraka Kari Mane Krishna Nishtha Trishna Tyaga Shantira Duigane. So for a devotee, Swarga, the happiness of the heavenly planets, and Moksha, the impersonal liberation, it is hellish for a devotee. Naraka Kari Mane. Because these are the results of karma and jnana. By karma, one goes to heaven. One performs lots of yajna and rituals, kriyate, bahulayasham, all the very difficult rituals one does in this world and goes to heaven to enjoy. And the jnanis, they are situated in impersonal Brahman. They are focused on that. So they attain liberation. But for a devotee, he is completely, indifferent to any of this. He thinks impersonal liberation to be hellish. Kaivalyam narakayate tridashpurakasha pushpayate. For a devotee, this impersonal liberation is hellish. So this Shanta Bhakta, he has these two qualities, Krishna Nishtha and Trishnatya. He is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna and Trishnatya. He has no attachment to things of the world. And such a devotee, he is completely fearless. If one wants to be fearless in this world, the Shanta Rasa is very, very important. He completely is attached to Krishna. And a person who is attached to Krishna, he knows, I have nothing to fear because Krishna is Supreme Lord, he is a protector. Narayan para sarve na kutasya na bibhyati swarga apavarga narakeshu api tulyarth darshina. Lord Shiva is telling to Parvati after Chitraketu left. Parvati cursed Chitraketu to become a demon. And Chitraketu Maharaj, he just folded his hands and he said, oh mother, I didn't mean it. But whatever curse you have given, I accept it because it is all by the modes of nature. Guna pravaha etasmin kah shapa kah anugraha kah swarga narka ko va kim sukham dukkham eva va. Everything is happening by the modes of material nature. He offered obeisances and left. Shiva told, just see the glories of the devotees of Narayan. They are never ever fearful in any situation. Na kutaschana bibhyati. Either in Swarga or Naraka or in liberation. They feel everything is equal for them. They're not attracted by any of these. Because a devotee, his desire is only to serve Krishna. He's attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. That's all. So nothing else matters for this devotee in Shantarasa. Attachment to Krishna, detachment from matter. This Shantarasa, it is present in all the other rasas. This Krishna Nishtha and Trishna Tyag, it is present in all the rasas. Attached to the lotus feet of Krishna and detached from the material sense gratification. That is the basis of all the rasas. It is not that the other devotees, other rasa bhaktas, they can enjoy sense gratification because they are now elevated. Krishna Tyag, Krishna Nishtha and Trishna Tyag, they are two basic qualities. Just like in the creation, the, the quality of one element is present in the subsequent elements. It's like the quality of sound. It is present in all the elements. It gets added up. Sound quality is there in ether, then form, then taste, then smell, then touch, then smell, and then taste. Smell is there last, Prithvi. So all the qualities of all the sound is present in other elements also. Sound is present in ether, sound is present in fire, water, air, earth. So that's similarly, Shanta rasa is present in all the other rasas. Prabhupada writes, this is the scientific explanation of devotional service. Just as sound is present in all material elements, the quality of Shanta rasa is present in all the other rasas. Quality of Shant is there in Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Shantera Swabhava Krishna Mamata Gadha Gandhahin Param Brahma Paramatma Jnana Praveen. So Shantaras has the quality of Krishna Mamata Gandhahin. There is no Mamatva. Krishna is mine, Mamata is not there. I am Krishna's part and parcel. That is there in Shantaras. But in other rasas, especially Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, Mamata is very prominent. Krishna is mine. But in Shantarasa, it is not there at all. Because in the Shantarasa, the knowledge of impersonal Brahman and Paramatma, that is more prominent. And this Shantarasa devotee, he has Keval Swarupa Gyan. He has realized his constitutional position as the part and parcel, as the soul. That is Shantaras. Then comes Dasyaras. What is Dasya? The mood of servitude. In this mood of servitude, Purna Ishwarya Prabhu Jnana. This devotee in Dasya Bhava, he is completely aware of all the opulences of Krishna. Purna Aishwarya Prabhu Jnana. He knows my Lord is all powerful, He is all beautiful, all merciful, all knowing. Aishwarya Purna Bhagavan, Purna Aishwarya Prabhu Jnana. Ishwara Jnana Sambhrama Gaurav Prachur Seva Kori Krishna Sukha Dena Nirantara. This devotee in Dasya Bhav, he has the Ishwara Gyan. He knows that he is my Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he serves the Lord in Sambhrama Gaurava Prachur. Sambhrama Gaurav Prachur means he serves with awe and reverence. He is having that conception that Krishna is Supreme Personality. I have to be fearful. I have to serve with lots of care. And Sevakari, he serves the Lord Nirantar, continuously serves the Lord and he gives him all the pleasure. Sevakari Krishna Sukha Dena Nirantar. It is not that now I don't feel like serving. Nirantar, his existence is only for seva. That is Dasya Bhava devotee. So quality of Shantaras is there in Dasya, but service is added. Now the devotee serves the Lord. In Shantarasa, the devotee doesn't serve the Lord. He's just aware that Krishna is supreme and I am the part and parcel of the Lord. I am the devotee of Krishna. So Krishna Bhakti is there and Krishna Tyag is there. Krishna Tyag is there. But service is not there. Service gets added in Dasya Rasa. Next comes Sakhya Rasa, fraternity. So in fraternity, in the Sakhya Rasa, the qualities of Shanta and Dasya are both present. A devotee knows that I am part and parcel of the Lord, Krishna is Supreme Lord, and I'm supposed to serve the Lord. But this principle of Dasya is now mixed with Sakhya. That means there is a confidence of fraternity. Now, this awe and reverence is not there much. So this devotee, he associates with the Lord as equal. Sometimes this devotee offers service to the Lord and sometimes takes service from the Lord. Just like in Vrindavan, sometimes the cowherd boys, they serve Krishna and fan Krishna, massage Krishna's feet. And sometimes Krishna massages their feet, Krishna serves them. Sometimes they climb on Krishna's shoulders also and Krishna likes it. Sometimes Krishna climbs on their shoulders, sometimes they climb on Krishna's shoulders. So this awe and reverence is not much. So this Sakhya Bhava, it is Vishrambha Pradhan. So in this Vishrambha means very intimate. It is very intimate service where the awe and reverence is not there. Vishrambha Pradhana Sakhya Gaurava Sambramihin Ateva Sakhya Rasera Teen Gunachinna. Gaurava Sambrama is not there. Gaurava Sambrama means awe and reverence. Gaurava. Oh, he is a supreme Lord. That is not there. Vishrambha Pradhan. Vishram means intimacy, where the conception of the Supreme Lord, Krishna being Supreme Lord, is not much. So therefore, in this Sakhya Bhava, Shant is there, Dasya is there, and added intimacy is there. Apart from this, a devotee now starts developing this feeling of mamata. Krishna is mine. In Shanta, mamata is not there at all. Mamata Gandhahin. In Dasya, it is a little bit, not much. But in Sakhya, oh, it is very prominent. Mamata adhik Krishna atma samagyan ataeva Sakhya rasera vasha bhagavan. Mamata adhik. In this Sakhya Bhava, there is prominence of mamata. And they think, oh, Krishna is equal to us only. When Krishna and all the cowherd boys, Subala and Sridama, they fight with Krishna and Krishna defeats and Krishna gets defeated by them and they laugh and say, oh, what type of big person you are. We only defeated you. Now you are equal to us. When Krishna entered the wrestling arena of Kamsa and Balaram and Krishna killed Chanur and Mustik, Shal, Toshal, all the powerful warriors, powerful wrestlers. All the cowherd boys, they are looking at all these things and they are saying, wow, but we only repeat Krishna every day. How come Krishna is defeating all and killing all these powerful wrestlers? Is he our Krishna? They get it out. So after all these powerful wrestlers are killed, all the cowherd boys, they jump in the wrestling arena and they challenge Krishna, fight with us. And in front of everyone, these cowherd boys are fighting, wrestling with Krishna and Balram. And to everyone's surprise, Krishna is defeated by these cowherd boys. And they say, he's our Krishna. Now we just defeated him. So that is Sakhya. Gaurava Sambrama Heen. Mamata, our Krishna. He's our Krishna. And in this Sakhya Bhava, Krishna is controlled by his devotees. Ateva Sakhya Rasera Vasha Bhagavan. Krishna is not controlled much by Aishwarya Mishra Bhakti. Aishwarya Jnanite Sarva Jagata Mishrit. Aishwarya Shitila Prema Nahi Mora Prita. Krishna is saying, oh, entire world is serving me in Aishwarya Bhava, but that is not so attractive for me. When my mother Yashoda, she chastises me, she binds me, that is more dear to me. When my friends, they climb on my shoulder, Sakha more Shuddha Bhave Skandhyarohan, Tumi Kona Badaloka, Tumi Amasamohan, are equal to us only what type of big person you are. When the gopis, they chastise me, Priya More Manakori Pore Bhartsan, Sarvaveda Stuti Hoy Hare Moraman. When the gopis, they chastise Krishna, criticize Krishna, you are they chastise Krishna when Krishna left them. You are a wicked person, you are cunning. Krishna likes it. So in this, Vishrambha Pradhana Rasa, Krishna is controlled by that. Krishna is not controlled much by Gaurava Sambhrama. But Vishrambha Pradhan, Krishna is controlled by such. So in Sakhya Bhava, this Asankoch and Agaurava, that is prominent. Asankoch means devoid of any formality, no formality. When Krishna is offered some bhoga, oh, lots of mantras are chanted and purity has to be maintained, and you have to chant particular type of mantra so many times, then only Krishna accepts it. When all the coward boys, they are in the forest, after a demon is killed, they all are hungry and they open their lunch box. And everybody is tasting and giving Krishna, Krishna, this is very good. Please taste this. So Brahmaji gets bewildered. What type of God is? Is he God, Supreme Lord? That's why he gets confused and he tests Krishna. Our Supreme Lord, who tastes only when he's offered in yajna. Vipradvenum jatarapatayo sangavetre cha kakshe vame pano masrina kavalam tadphalanangulishu tishtan madde swaparisuridai hasayannar visvai swarge loke mushati bhupuje yajna bhukbalakeli. Krishna in the forest of Vrindavan, he has a vetra, he has a flute tucked in his waist belt, and in his left hand he has curd rice and pickles. He's sitting surrounded by all the cowherd boys, and they are joking and laughing and sharing food, sharing the prasad, whatever they have brought. All the devtas, they are surprised. Oh, what is this happening? Yajna Balakeli. He's Yajna Bhog and he's doing this Balakeli, childlike activities. So the Gopas, they don't have all this official way of worshipping and serving Krishna. They are informal. After Brahmaji left, Brahmaji was bewildered, and then ultimately he came and offered obeisances, and then Indra came and offered obeisances. And when after Govardhan Lila, Indra came and offered obeisances. He called all the devatas. They performed huge abhishek of the Lord and big aarti of Krishna. And all these coward boys, they're looking from a distance. What is happening? And all the devatas and Indra, they left. It is described, Krishna was completely indifferent to any of their worship. He was just standing there, thinking as if, what are these people doing? They're not so attracted. He was not so attracted by the worship of these devatas. So after all the devatas and Indra, they left. All these coward boys, they jumped in that place. And they picked up all the paraphernalia and they started worshipping the Lord. And Lord Krishna enjoyed that more. It was all informal. A Sankoch and a Gaurav. No formality, no reverence. That attracts Krishna. That is Sakhya. And Krishna is controlled by that love. Higher than that is Vatsalya Rasa, parental affection. Now, in this parental affection, Krishna, he is accepted as maintained. Palana. So, devotee in this Vatsalya has the quality of Shanta, has the quality of Dasya and Sakhya. But now this devotee understands that I have to serve Krishna, I have to protect Krishna. It is my responsibility. Mamata adhikya. There is greater sense of intimacy. It is my Krishna. I have to protect Krishna. Sometimes Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda chastises Krishna. Tadana bhartsan vyavahar. Sometimes Yashoda might chastises Krishna, rebukes Krishna, and Krishna likes it. When the gopis they come and they complain, oh, Krishna has stolen butter. Yashoda Mai chastises Krishna. And Krishna likes it. When Nanda Maharaj is teaching Krishna, you should do like this, you should take care of the calves like this, Krishna likes it. Tadana Bhartsan Vyavahar. All the elderly gopis who are in the parental affection, Vatsalya Bhav, they chastise Krishna. One time, one gopi, she caught Krishna stealing butter red-handed. And Krishna is telling, please leave me, it will not be good for you. She said, today I will take you to your mother Yashoda. And now every time you run away, this time I will not leave you. So she is catching hold of Krishna's hand tight. And Krishna says, please hold a little softly. And then somehow Krishna, as he moves from, he says, can you please hold me in that hand? And Krishna, as he goes from this hand to that hand of Gopi, he slips. And he puts the child of that Gopi. And this Gopi, and Krishna says, no, please cover my head. I don't want people to see me. This Gopi, she is holding on to her own son. And she takes him to Mother Yashoda and says, just see, today I have brought your son red-handed. She takes out the cloth and Yashoda is laughing. And she sees her own son. She is bewildered. What is happening? I caught Krishna, now my son is there. She comes out with her son, she is bewildered. And then again, Krishna, he takes the child of this gopi, he goes out of the hand and Krishna comes there. And Krishna says, this time I became your son. Next time, if you catch me, I will become your husband. So Krishna likes to do all these things. He likes to be chastised and rebuked by the elderly gopas and the gopis. That increases their love. So this Vatsalya bhav is the bhav of palak. Apanare palak jnana, Krishna palya jnana. Chari gune Vatsalya ras amrita saman. Apanara palak jnana. So this devotee considers that I am the maintainer of Krishna. Yashoda is not thinking he is Supreme Lord, or Krishna is Supreme Lord, he will take care of himself. If I will not feed Krishna, how will he survive? He will die. Krishna Palya Gyan. And Krishna is the maintained. He is my son. And this Vatsalya has Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya. And added with Palak Gyan. So this mellow is like Amrit. It is very, very sweet. It is more than transcendental nectar. Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he quotes Bhakti Vinod Thakur and writes from Amrit Pravaha Bhashya about all these rasas again. Bhakti Vinod Thakur describes in Shanta Rasa, there is attachment for Krishna. detachment from material desires. And what's missing is intimacy. There is no mamata, mamata gandhahin. Intimacy is not there. And there is attachment for impersonal Brahman and Paramatma, and no attachment for service. This stage is self-realized state. I am soul. I am part and parcel of the Lord. In Dasya Rasa, this awe and reverence is added. The devotee now serves the Lord. Seva kari Krishna sukha dena. He serves to give all the pleasure to Krishna. Active service is very prominent. And of course, Shantarasa quality is also present there. In Sakhya Bhava, the Aishwarya Gandha is not there. Mamata adhikya. Mamata increases, intimacy increases. And this devotee has the quality of confidence, Vishwas. And at the level of Vatsalya, all these qualities are there. In this Vatsalya Bhava, Krishna is completely controlled by these devotees. Say Amritanande Bhakta Saha Dubena Apane Krishna Bhakta Vashaguna Kahe Aishwarya Gyani Gane. Say Amrit Ananda in this nectar of happiness, Amrit Ananda, in this exchange of spiritual happiness between Krishna and his devotees, Bhakta Saha Dubena Apane. Both Krishna and the devotees drowned in this nectar of bliss. This exchange of Krishna with his parents and elderly gopas and the gopis, it is so intense that Krishna is completely lost. And is completely controlled by his devotees, Krishna Bhakta Vash. And that is what the great learned scholars they describe. Mahaprabhu quotes verse from Damodar Ashtakam. Iti driksvalilabhirananda kunde svaghosham nimajjantam akyapayantam tadiyeshi tagyeshu bhaktirjitatvam punaha prematastam shatavriti vande. Krishna is drowning the inhabitants of Vrindavan in the pools of ecstasy, Ananda Kunde, and Swaghosham Nimajjantam, and he is announcing the whole world. What? What he is announcing? Akshapayantam. He is telling everyone, I am controlled by my devotees' love. Tadiyeshi tagyeshu bhaktairjitatvam. Bhaktairjitatvam. I am always subjugated by the love of my devotees. And therefore I offer my obeisances. So this entire pastime, just like Ras Lila is the epitome of Madhurya, this Damodar Lila is the epitome of Vatsalya. In this, Krishna is explaining, describing how Vatsalya Rasa is so very great. And how Krishna is completely controlled by his devotees. That Supreme Lord who is feared by fear personified. Madbhayad vati vatoyam suryastapati madbhayat parshati indro dhati agni mrityasharati madbhayat. Out of my fear the wind blows, the sun rises, the water flows, death comes. And that Krishna, what is happening to him? Rudantam moranetram yugmam rijantam karam bhoja yugamena satanka nitram sa atanka. No, there is bhaya and there is atanka. What's the difference? Bhaya means there is some hope. Atank means there is no hope. तो मरने वाले हैं, तो पिटाई हो ही जाएगी. It's like for a student, before exam, he enters the exam hall, there is bhaya. And if the student is not read anything, when he gets the question paper, there is atank. So for Krishna, atanka netram, as Yashoda Maya is holding that stick in her hands. The stick is very small only, not a big stick. Krishna is trembling. She's crying, weeping, sobbing. That is how Krishna is controlled by his devotees. That Supreme Lord is not caught by the yogis, he's caught by ordinary gopi. Of course, Yashoda is not ordinary gopi. Kunti Maharani, she also remembers this. Gopyadade tvai kritagasidama tavat yate dashashru kalilanjana sambhamaksham vaktram niniya bhaya bhavanaya stitasya samam vimohayati bhirapi yad bibheti. I saw Mother Yashoda, she caught you and she bound you. It is bewildering because Bhaya personified Bhaya fears you and you are fearful of Yashoda. Small stick, crying. So that's how when Krishna performs these pastimes, he wants to show the world how he's controlled by his devotees. Evam sandarshita yanga harina bhritya vashyata. That Lord is controlling entire universe. Yasyedam sa Ishwaram vashe. Sa Ishwara, all the controllers are under control of Krishna and Krishna is controlled by his devotees. That is Vatsalya. And then the highest is Madhurya. Madhura rase Krishna nishtha seva atishay sakhyera sankocha lalan mamta dikya hoy. Now in Madhurya, all these things are there. Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, but they are very, very intense. Sakhyera asankoch, there is relaxed feelings of fraternity and the feelings of maintenance all increase. The gopis, for them, Krishna is their friend. They think we have to serve Krishna. They offer their bodies in service of Krishna. They do everything to please Krishna intensely. So all these rasas, they are intensified to the maximum in Madhura rasa. So all these qualities, they evolve one after another, culminating in Madhura rasa. Just like by gradual evolution, one quality develops into another. Ultimately, earth has all the qualities. Similarly, this Madhura rasa has all the other qualities. Hey mat madhura sabha bhava samahar atevasva aswadadikye kore chamatkar. Similarly, hey mata, just like earth has all the qualities, Madhurya rasa has all the feelings of all the devotees of Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya. They all come together, amalgamated. And Atev Aswada Adikya, it is intensified taste. Therefore, it is completely wonderful. So after explaining all these wonderful principles of the rasa and the mellow and the rati and everything about bhakti, about bhakta, about pure devotion, Mahaprabhu explained Rupa Goswami, he instructed for 10 days. And then he said, now please expand it. Hey bhakti rasera korila digdarshan nihar vistaramane koriha bhavan. He says, I have just briefly explained to you the principles of devotional service. Now you please expand on it. You know how to adjust and expand this. You use your intelligence and explain this. Bhavite bhavite Krishna spuraye antare Krishna kripaye agyapaye rasa sindhu pare. Very important words Mahaprabhu is speaking here. Bhavite bhavite mane Krishna spuraye antare. When one is constantly thinking of Krishna, Krishna manifests. Love for Krishna manifests within the heart. Bhavite bhavite Krishna spuraye antare The more we think about Krishna, when we think constantly about Krishna, love of him manifests in the heart. By the mercy of Krishna, even a foolish Krishna kripai agyapai, even an ignorant person who has no knowledge of Krishna, no knowledge of these mellows of devotion, by constantly thinking of Krishna, just thinking of Krishna, even an ignorant person, Krishna kripai agyapai rasa sindhu pare. Even an ignorant person can reach the shores of transcendental mellow of ocean of devotional service. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Srila Rupa Goswami, and then he is about to depart for Varanasi. Srila Rupa Goswami, next day morning, he understood Mahaprabhu is now leaving. He got up early in the morning, Mahaprabhu got up and then he took bath and he's about to board the boat. Rupa Goswami makes a request. आज्ञा होय आसी मुई श्री चरण संगे सहिते न पारि मुई विरह तरंगे. O Lord, O my Lord, if you order, I can also come with you. I also want to be with you. I can't tolerate these waves of separation. That is how a great devotee always feels. How can one bear separation from Krishna? Because we have never experienced Krishna's association. For us, this is all theoretical. Just like Bhagavatam describes when Krishna is leaving Hastinapur, all the Pandavas and everybody is lamenting. They can't even handle this because they have lived their life with Krishna. Everything they were doing with Krishna. Satsangan mukta dussango hatum nutsahate buddha kirtyamanam yasho yasya sakrita karnirochanam. If somebody associates with devotees of the Lord, they can't stay away from devotees. What to speak of if somebody gets association of Krishna? Tasmin nistadiya partha sahiran viraham katham darshan sparsha sanlapa shayana asana bhojanai. Pandavas were doing everything with Krishna. Sitting with Krishna, dining with Krishna, moving around with Krishna. How can they be a separation from Krishna? So this is a common mood of devotees. They can't bear separation. That's why we have heard about Gadadhar Pandit. He is ready to give up his vow. Kshetra sannyas mora jauta rasatal. Let my Kshetra sannyas go to hell. So he is also requesting, can you please allow me to come with you? Mahaprabhu says, your duty is to carry out my order. You have come all the way here. You should go to Vrindavan now. And in future, when I go back to Jagannath Puri, you come from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri and there you can be with me. Mahaprabhu boarded the boat and left. Rupa Goswami, he could not bear separation. He became unconscious, fainted and fell down. That South Indian Brahmana, Dakshinatya Brahmana who was hosting Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he was there. He picked up Rupa Goswami, brought him to his home, and then ultimately Rupa Goswami and Anupam, they both departed for Vrindavan. Finally, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after walking long distance, he reached Varanasi. Chandrasekhar, previous night, he had a dream. Like tomorrow morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to Varanasi. He got up. He came out of the city. He was waiting for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was so happy. He fell down, offered obeisances, and he received the Lord. He was very happy. He brought him to his home. Tapan Mishra came to know Mahaprabhu has come back to Varanasi. He became overjoyed. He went to the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya. He invited the Lord for prasad at his home. Mahaprabhu, he came to the home of Tapan Mishra, took his lunch. Balabhadra Bhattacharya, he was invited by Chandrasekhar to take lunch at his home. Tapan Mishra, after serving the Lord nicely, he begged a favor. He said, "Oh my Lord, as long as you are in Varanasi, please don't accept invitation from anyone else. Please take lunch at my home only." And because it was known that Mahaprabhu would not stay much there, only 5 to 7 days he was about to stay in Varanasi, he accepted the invitation because he didn't want to be with all the Mayavadi sannyasis. At that time, one Maharashtrian Brahmana came and he met the Lord. The Lord showed mercy, embraced him, and then we all know how Srī Caitanya Mahaprabhu transformed Prakashananda Saraswati and 60,000 disciples, made them all into Vaishnavas. All the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas, they came to know that Mahaprabhu has come to Varanasi. They were all coming to have darshan of Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu, in this way, he bestowed so much mercy on Srila Rupa Goswami. Kaviraj Goswami, in the end of this chapter, he gives the benedictions. Shraddha koriyai katha shunayai jane prema bhakti paye se Caitanya charane. Shraddha koriyai katha shunayai se jane. Anyone who hears these wonderful pastimes of Mahaprabhu with faith, prema bhakti paye, he will achieve love of God and he'll achieve the mercy and love of God at the lotus feet of Srī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's how Kaviraj Goswami ends the 19th chapter by offering obeisances to Rup and Raghunath. Shri Rupa Raghunath Padaya Rahas Caitanya Caritāmrta Kahe Krishna Das. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. We'll start 20th chapter next time. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय।